Now that Welcome to Derry episode 7 has released, we gotta talk about that scene at the black spot. Full spoilers ahead. Before we talk about the actual scene, I just gotta say it now. I have been thoroughly enjoying this show. Like, there's been some occasional moments I've been taking out of scenes because the visual effects weren't that great. There's some occasional storylines that feel a little clunky. It doesn't feel fully developed. But for the most part, I think this has been one of the best shows on TV this year. And after this episode, there's no doubt in my mind, this is one of the best shows of the year. And this episode alone is one of the best hours of TV I've seen all year. First off, Bill Skarsgård, he's never been more menacing. He's never been more terrifying as Pennywise. This is some of the greatest Pennywise stuff. In no disrespect to Tim Curry, in no disrespect to Bill Skarsgård, It 1 and 2. This is the best I've ever seen It, like on screen. It was so terrifying, the stuff he was saying. The scene where we see the young lady takes his hand and then Ronnie sees him in the middle of chaos and he looks at Ronnie and says to her,
"What's the matter? Do I have face on my face?"
Truly iconic. And then we gotta talk about the scene. If you all didn't get him, I'll just speak for us collectively as a people. This was the most emotional scene of this episode and maybe of the year. I feel like if you guys have seen Hamlet, that was emotional, but the scene with Rich, if you guys didn't get a little bit of teary-eyed, there's something wrong with you. But the scene was so beautiful. It reminded me so much of, I'm trying not to laugh and cry at the same time, reminded me of Titanic when Jack and Rose was on the door and Rose couldn't get Jack on the door. We see Rich in the middle of the chaos, sees the fridge. He knows that he can't fit in there. But he's like, Marge, get in there. I gotta keep you safe. She goes in there. She realizes what he did. He sacrificed himself for her. And then they're talking back and forth the first time he saw her. And then he talks about, I'm a knight because we gotta save our maidens. And then he talks about, I love you. She loves him back. And then the moment when he's outside the damn fridge and he's dead, broke my heart. But then they said, hold on, let's get back to the satisfying stuff. We broke your heart, but let's get a little smile on your face. And that is when we go outside and Ingrid's dressed up as Periwinkle. She sees Stan and Stan's like, I'm going to beat you up. Go back home. She's like, hey, Stan, you want to meet my papa? Turns around. He got the cleaver in his hands, chops off his face, eats out of his damn skull like it is a pumpkin watermelon specialty. My goodness. And then they do the dance. And then he's like, you're not my dad. You're not my dad. And he's like, yeah, I'm your dad. I'm the dancing clown.
Anyone's your dancing daddy.
And then he gives her with the deadlights. Oh yeah, this episode's goated. I have a full breakdown talking about the episode, but yeah, the black spot sequence is one of my favorites of the year. Again, it was heartbreaking, it was satisfying, it was terrifying, it was brutal, it was bloody, and I loved every single second of it. Let me know your favorite moments of the most recent episode. What stood out to you in this scene? This show was goated, man. That scene, it was goated. And what's something on my face? Do I have face on my face? Let me know what you all thought in the comments below. And for more videos like this, consider subscribing and following for more.